Over the past couple years, and especially when I make a shelter video, I get comments, at least 1 or 2 comments, on how my Ridgeline trucker's hitch is not a real trucker's hitch. Along with those comments, I get referred to the same video over and over and over again, and that video is the Truckies Hitch by Tim Thompson. Now before we go any further, or this gets spun and taken the wrong way, let me start off by saying that I have nothing against Tim Thompson. I think he has an instructional gift and he creates outstanding instructional, educational videos. With that said, let's talk about the Truckies Hitch video. In that video, he shows 3 different ways to tie up and secure the Truckies Hitch. One of them caught my eye. So today what I want to do is go ahead and replicate that, compare it to my improvised trucker's hitch, and explain why I prefer mine over his. So in that video, Tim Thompson starts off on one end with a clove hitch that's secured off with a half hitch. So there's your clove hitch, and here's your half hitch. So to make your clove hitch, all we're going to do is we're going to take our cordage, we're going to go underneath, we're going to cross over, go back around, then back underneath your diagonal. Pull it tight. So there's your clove hitch right there. From here, we'll travel back underneath again, around, and back underneath to complete our half hitch. And we'll pull it tight. So far so good. Let's go ahead and move into the midline loop or slip loop, what he refers to as a locked off loop. So here we have our cordage. On that end over there we have our clove hitch and half hitch. All we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to twist it, form a loop. I'm going to twist it 2 more times. Then I'm going to lay it down and pull a loop through. This is what Tim refers to as a locked off loop. The beauty of this, you can pull on it and it comes right back out. And for the final step, all we're going to do is we're going to take our excess cordage, go around that tree, pass it through our locked off loop, and secure it to my opposite tree using a clove hitch and half hitch. Pass it through. And we're going to pull it towards our opposite tree. The more I pull it, the tighter it's going to be. And like I already mentioned, I'll take my end over here and I'll tie it to my tree using a clove hitch and half hitch. I want you to notice these excess wraps at both ends. We'll talk about that later. Okay, outstanding, easy peasy. Let's go ahead and compare that version of the Truckies Hitch to my improvised trucker's hitch. Let's go ahead and talk about my improvised trucker's hitch. Okay, so at one end, I want to go ahead and make a quick release. And we're going to do that with an end of the line loop, could be an overhand loop, or in this case, a bowline, and a stick or a tent stake. All we're going to do is we're going to go around the tree 1 time. I'm going to pass a bite through my bowline, and it creates a pocket. Taking a stick, place it inside that pocket, and pull it tight. To tie a bowline is very simple. Take your end. All we're going to do is wrap it over, lay it on top, and take our end. The rabbit comes out of the hole, goes around the tree, then back into that same hole again. You pull it tight. And if you really want to be ghetto, you can tie an overhand loop. to create an overhand loop, all we're going to do is take a bite, go down, around, and back through. So my midline loop is nothing more than a slip loop. We're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to twist it towards my tree. One time, lay it down, and pull a bite through towards my tree. And just like Tim's, I pull on it, it comes undone. And the last step is pass the excess through that loop, pull it towards my tree. The tighter I pull it, the tighter it's going to be. Drape a loop over, reach inside, and lock it off. Drape it over, reach inside, lock it off. Okay, as you can see, there's differences, yet similarities to both. Let's go ahead and compare the two. This way you know why I use what I use, and I do what I do. Let's go ahead and start off by comparing this end over here. We'll start with the Truckies Hitch. For me, there's two problems already. The first problem is the amount of cordage being used. You can see that I've wrapped this about 3 times in order to complete my Clove Hitch and half hitch. The second problem is this is not a quick release. To untie this, I have to undo the half hitch, undo the Clove Hitch, and unwrap this thing 3 times. Whereas on my improvised trucker's hitch, we have an improvised marlin spike hitch up here. We've only wrapped it 1 time. We conserve cordage, and the best part is, once I remove that tent stake or stick, we have a quick release. Next, we'll talk about our midline loop. On the Truckies Hitch, the midline loop is created by twisting it 3 times, laying it down on itself and pulling a bite through. On mine, I'm going to twist it once, lay it down, and pull a bite through. It's the exact same thing. Both of them, when you pull on the opposite ends, it unravels. However, on mine, you're going to save some time. And lastly, let's go ahead and talk about our tie-off points. We'll begin with the Truckies Hitch. We have the same problem here that we have on our opposite end. We're wrapping this thing 3 times to complete a Clove Hitch, followed by a half hitch. There's also no quick release here. On my improvised version, we're wrapping it 1 time, and we have a quick release at our midline loop. So our quick release is located right here at our midline loop where we tied off at. All I gotta do is grab this cordage, pull straight down, and your ridge line will drop free. Welcome back. Any version of the trucker's hitch is outstanding, and here's why. It creates a pulley system that will give you mechanical advantage every single time, say over a taut line hitch. With that said, I'll take Tim Thompson's Truckies Hitch first time, every time, and twice on Sunday when securing a load to my vehicle. For a tarp ridge line, I'm going to stick with my improvised trucker's hitch, and here's why. I'm using less cordage. It also gives me quick release at both ends. As usual, all the gear in this video can be found on my Amazon influencer page. I'll toss a link inside the description box. Please do me that favor. Hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Be out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.